evening to you all. Happy Independence Day too. And I will wait for the people to come across before we start the meeting.
No, sir.
My audio has got unmuted, but video still remains to be unmuted.
Now your video is visible, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And in case I have to share something, okay.
Yes.
We have got quite a good gathering over here. Nearly 265 cadets are there. That's excellent attendance, and
Thank you.
hopefully, so quite a few cadets will be preparing for tomorrow's presentation also, correct?
Yes, sir. Good evening, Director, sir, and Ashok, sir. We will be starting shortly, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Admiral Rangachari. I can see Arun Kumar Singh ji there, Adhikari ji.
Good evening,
everyone.
Sir. And happy Independence Day to you.
Happy Independence
after
Day
a very
to
long time.
everyone.
Happy Independence Day, sir, and good to see you. Hello from UK.
Yes, sir, I am aware. Nice to see you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Arun Kumar Singh, sir, can you please adjust your camera? It's a bit off position, I guess. Yes, sir. Now it's
Is it
perfect.
okay now? I
Yes,
cannot
sir.
see my self on the screen, so I'm not aware whether I can be seen or not.
Okay, okay. But sir, now it's perfect.
Is okay?
Yes, sir.
No,
yes,
Arun sir, you are seen.
We can see the handsome young face.
Thank you. Good evening, sir, and happy Independence Day to you.
Wish you the same.
Thank you, sir.
So we have got a very good attendance over here today. We have got 270 people. So all those who have joined from college, can you guys please mention which year you are from in the chat? Let's see which year has got the most people from. Guys, put your year in the chat. Let's see. A lot of first years.
Some of very good attendance, almost 270 plus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most of them are first year, it seems, and I think it's their first DMET Samvaad session that they're attending.
No, I think they have already attended one DMET Samvaad. No?
Okay.
The previous one?
Yes, sir. I think they have attended. Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Sir, Gaurav Agarwal, sir, is facing some issues, so he will be joining later. We can start the session, sir.
All right, Radha. Ishura sir has also joined. Thank you. Yes.
Somehow we can start the session now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, esteemed guests, distinguished keynote speakers, and every remarkable individual gracing us with your presence, I extend a warm and heartful good evening to you all. On behalf of Team DMT Samvaad, I am Kumar Sambhav, proudly representing the class of 2022 with roll number 8647. It fills me with immense gratitude and patriotic fervor to wish each one of you a very happy and soul-stirring Independence Day. As we gather on this momentous day of national pride, I'm honored to welcome you to the 37th session of DMT Samvaad. Our topic, Navigating India's Maritime Future, Challenges and Opportunities in the Next Decade, is not just a discussion, it's a voyage into our collective destiny. We have with us our esteemed panelists, Shri Arun Kumar Singh sir, a former professor and OIC at DMT Kolkata, roll number 1410, DMT class of 1973. Commander Gaurav Agarwal, sir, former
Correction over here, it's not 1410, it's 1610.
Yes, apologies for that, sir. Shri
Thank you.
Arun Kumar Singh, sir, former professor and OIC at DMT Kolkata, roll number 1610, DMT class of 1973. Commander Gaurav Agarwal, sir, former secretary of Dameka, roll number 3049, DMT class of 1985. Shri Virendra Adhikari, sir, founder and chief strategy officer at Rocket FuelX Consulting Group and founder of Damika Global, roll number 4934, DMT class of 2000. Rear Admiral Dr. P.J. Rangachari, sir, the current campus director. Commodore Ashok Bhal, sir, former campus director of IMU Kolkata campus. Shri Ishwara Arun Kishore, sir, associate professor, roll number 5020, DMT class of 2001. Thank you all for joining this DMT Samvaad session. We are extremely lucky to have this esteemed set of panel with us today. Today's topic is special as it aims to address the myths upfront, counter the challenges, and realize how far we have come throughout the maritime history, as well as the history of DMT, about its humble beginnings from the times of T.S. Dufferin. Now it is imperative that we and our present-day cadets imbibe in us the sense of responsibility to set examples in the maritime industry, as done by our glorious alumni in the past, hence shaping the maritime future of this country. Today, we are graced by the current campus director, Rear Admiral Dr. P.J. Rangachari, sir. He's a naval veteran with more than 30 years of glorious service to the nation, as well as a master in automation and control engineering. Sir, I shall request you to set the pace of today's session on a rather auspicious day celebrating India's 78th independence by delivering your words of wisdom. Director,
Thank you very much, Samvaad. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of, first of all, a great honor to be amidst so many veterans and who are very well versed in the topic and also have a great experience at sea. And at the outset, I would like to wish all of you a very happy Independence Day. It's very apt that a topic such as this has been scheduled to be discussed by all of us on this day. Now, navigating India's maritime future and the challenges that are going to be there for us is so very important. It's a subject of extreme topical interest, considering that many changes are happening in the field, a lot of technological changes, a lot of changes that are happening at sea, the type of vessels that we are required to operate in future, the type and nature of people or seafarers who are required. And the challenges that are going to be there are also they will also be in the form of unmanned vehicles that is being spoken about at length, the kind of attributes that are required from seafarers. And most importantly, how our cadets who are here, who are undergoing the BTech course and likewise in many other campuses and the affiliated institutes within the country, how they will need to assimilate the technology and be prepared mentally for such challenges which are just there in front of them. And I'm sure this discussion will throw open a lot of ideas and also will educate us. So without much of an ado, I would leave the discussions to be carried out by all and hand over to the veterans who are just waiting to give us their knowledge and the experiences and how we can prepare ourselves and how this college and for that matter every single institute that has cadets and students who are preparing the students to take up challenges at sea, how we need to navigate ourselves in order to be prepared in all ways to confront those challenges. Thank you. I look forward to a very fruitful discussion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So, moving forward, we have our esteemed panelists with us. So, I would like to invite all of them one by one, so that they can share their views on the topic, or if they have any message for the young minds that have been joining this session from college. So, once everyone has given their once everyone has given the introduction speech, then later maybe we can have a discussion where everyone can jump in and add to the points and take this discussion forward. So calling to the dais, I would like to invite Arun Kumar Singh sir, roll number 1610, DMED class of 1973, who is a faculty member and mentor for the present day cadets at Indian Maritime University Kolkata campus, with a rich sailing career of over 4.5 decades. And he's a great inspiration for the cadets. When I was in my first year, he was our OIC hostel, and we have learned a great deal about. We were all mama's boys when we were 17, 18 when we had joined DMET in our first year. But he trained us. He taught us how to act like gentlemen and how to take this uh, take DMET forward when we are interacting with people, how to imbibe this spirit inside us. So he's a great inspiration for me as well. So I would like to invite Arun Kumar Singh sir.
Thank you very much, Samvaad, for that introduction. And I meet this first year, some of the first year cadets when I went to the institute a couple of days in the last week. And there was so much of enthusiasm all around that it looked like the old days when the cadets would come into the institute. They would like to soak themselves inside the atmosphere and are raring to go learning about the various aspects of marine engineering. And most of these particular cadets, when they come into the institute, they are hardly aware what to expect as far as marine engineering is concerned. It's like the same way when I joined DMET. The only thing which I knew that there are ships which are going to take me from Calcutta to various parts of the world. Rest I was absolutely unaware of till I entered the institute. Of course, it was a rainy day. There was water logging all around. We had to carry our suitcases on our head to enter the junior hostel. And now when I see the changes which have taken place to get rid of those particular water logging days, and the cadets are much in a better environment than the past years have been, it looks very good. And the cadets will not lose also a lot of time by not going into the study rooms and having classes online. That is one of the things which keeps the professors out of touch with the cadets who are attending the class. Not a very good way of imparting knowledge, not a very good way of taking things forward. But the main thing, what we have been doing as far as things are concerned, that people should understand that a vessel is an island, and when you go onto a ship, you have to look for yourself and for the people who are sailing with you. And it's gradually you can understand, because the first time when I can see a lot of first years over here, when they go onto the ship, they are all homesick. They don't know exactly where they have landed, and suddenly they are introduced to the engine room, where there is too much of sound, there is too much of noise, there is too much of this thing running around, and this takes a lot of toll on them in the initial stages. What I feel, once upon a time, when the generators and the boilers and everything was running in the institute, there was a certain amount of feeling that this is what you are going to get when you are going to go on the ship. But with aging, the process of aging has taken a toll on all those particular equipments. But now again, I feel that there is a lot of enthusiasm to bring the real machineries back into the workshop for the cadets to get themselves acquainted with the various aspects of an engine room that they are going to face when they go on a ship. The other very important thing which I feel as far as IMU KC is concerned, that the cadets do not go on to a ship and have a practical look at what's happening around. So that is also a very essential thing, to allow the cadets sometime or the other, when the ship is in port. Calcutta has become such a port that there are hardly ships around. But whenever there is an opportunity, they should be able to go on a ship and have a look at how things work over there. During our time, we used to be having workshop twice a week. So people used to be going to Garden Each workshop, or a CPC workshop, or CIWTC workshop. They had a very good knowledge about it. And most of the ships which were coming to Calcutta, they used to have seniors sailing on it, and they used to give a very good idea that how things are there in the engine room, how things look like. They used to take care of the people who used to be coming on board for apprenticeship those particular days. And the same sort of regime should be followed now. There are a lot of changes which are coming in the shipping industry. And according to those particular changes, the curriculum that we have in DMET should, in IMU KC now, or an IMU general, should have a little bit of changes, and there should be people who have worked on specific ships from time to time invited, so that they can impart their knowledge about all the modern day technology which is there in place. It gives a very, very good your outlook to the whole your situation when people are there on board. We can only impart so much what we have faced during our time, and we can only say that, look, there are two very important things that you have to imbibe in yourself: discipline and proper attitude. That is going to take you a long way, and something about the theory part of it. The workshop, what I feel, requires a lot more people who should be able to guide these particular cadets who are working over there. This time when I went to the institute, I found that there were a few people who have already left because they got better jobs or something. And the time duration for the workshop has also been reduced. It has come down to 1 hour for a classroom, And I feel that particular 1 hour is too less for a cadet to get himself acquainted with whatever he has gone over there for. And your instructors and faculty also who are going to take classes in the workshop, they require a little bit of more time to impress upon these particular cadets that how they are going to acquaint themselves with the various machinery in the engine room and ensure that they can take care of those particular things in a proper manner. Now, looking ahead, when we talk about that, how things are going to work in the future, marine field is changing every day. There is a huge amount of change which is being introduced. We may not be able to cope up with everything for the cadets to learn in the institute, but at least we should be able to prepare them that once they go on board, the literature and everything that they have on board, they should be able to get themselves acquainted with it and carry on with where they have left as far as their studies were concerned. The basics, they have got everything in their head. The only thing what they have to do is they have to ensure it is turned into practical when they go on ship. They have also to look up to the people who are there on ship, the second engineers, the chief engineers, who will be able to guide them about all the modern day developments which are taking place, the requirements by the industry, the requirements by the ports, the requirements by the various legal requirements as far as environments are concerned. Until and unless they have these particular thought process when they go onto a ship, it will become very difficult for them to familiarize themselves with everything that is going around on the ship. So my basic thing is this, that as a faculty member and as a teacher who has served a lot of time on a ship as a chief engineer, that the end product which we are delivering from the institutes, the MITs, they should be able to take up the cudgel and perform the best when they are on the ship. So most of the cadets, when I talk to them and I ask them that if they have got any queries, they clamp up. They don't ask questions. The main thing is this, that never hesitate to ask a question. I always say that whatever you say is correct. There is nothing what you answer is wrong. The main thing is this, that we should always try and get to the right answer. For that, your inputs become very, very important. Until and unless you open up, it is not a very easy thing as far as we are concerned. That is just as far as my introductory note was concerned for the cadets, for the first years who have just joined and who would like to learn a lot about marine engineering during the 4-year stay in this particular institute. They should also have the right amount of inquisitiveness in them for the professors who come into their class and they give a lecture. Don't let them only say what they want. You must also express your views and try to find out about the nitty-gritty of the subject so that you are very well versed. Never hesitate to ask a question, because if you do not ask a question, you will never be clear in your mind about that particular subject matter. That's all for my introductory note, Samvaad, and let the other panelists discuss about their point of view. Then we can talk about the future of shipping a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure. So we also have with us Commodore Ashok Bhal, He has been the former director of INU Kolkata and has supported DMET Samvaad even after his tenure throughout all walks of its evolution. Prior to joining DMET, Commodore Bhal was the chairman and managing director of Hindustan Shipyard Limited. So, sir, we would love to hear your perspective on the future of maritime and how we can help in shaping it up.
Thanks, Samvaad. Good evening, everyone. Before I go on to the future of shipping, let me wish everybody a very happy 78th Independence Day. And I would like to say today I gave a lecture in Maharishi University on this Independence Day. There were some salient points because the first year a big crowd is there. So let me take few minutes to explain it to them. See, we got this independence because of sacrifices of lot of people whom we remember. There were a lot of unknown people also whose sacrifices people don't know. But those who are related to shipping and have seen the movie Raji know how Vikrant was saved because of one unknown lady's this thing. So let us remember those unknown people also. But as far as gaining the independence by the sacrifices of our forefathers was concerned, it's known to everybody. What are we supposed to do now? What can we do now? There's a lot of to be done, which I will give point wise. We must gain freedom from several points, which is the advice to the people who have just joined DMET. Firstly, free yourself from corruption. This is one thing which is ailing India, our country as of today. Free yourself from hatred and prejudice. You are seeing what is happening in Bangladesh. We can't afford that in India. Free yourself from regionalism. In India, there is a Oriya, there is a Punjabi, there is a Maharashtrian, there is a Madrasi. But when you go out into the sea in foreign national water, you are only seen as an Indian. So once you have come to DMET, stop regionalism. It is killing India today. Free yourself from any cruelty. Be very, very humble and noble to each and everyone. Free yourself from conversion. Too much of a plague which is going on in India as of now. I will not like to elaborate it, but this is the advice to the youngster. Remain away from petty politics, playing petty politics. Free from unnecessarily bureaucracy. Again, this is one plague which is killing India. Youngsters will have to understand what is this unnecessary bureaucracy in every part of the country, in every government department. Don't do unnecessary show off. Remain away from show off. Just concentrate on your studies. Have freedom from unwanted and unnecessary rituals, which is because of ignorance. Right? When I say rituals means if you go to Gaya, that Panda loots you just because you are ignorant of that. So free away from all these rituals. As long as now, because you have entered the marine field, please kindly remain away from drugs. And lastly, for advice to all the seniors, please keep away from the ragging. So this is the oath, I think, on this Independence Day, all of us must take that we will not indulge into these things in our next course of life or this course of life. Now coming to the future of shipping, all of us are very aware that in the post-COVID era, now the shipping industry is almost at a boom. The placements have increased. All of us are very, very clear and should very clearly know about it that on your shoulders you carry the DMET legacy, the almost 75 years old legacy. When you go out and you say that I am a cadet from DMET, people look upon you as a role model. You can't be doing disgrace to DMET at all. One thing which is being reported by lot of shipping companies is that nowadays there is a tendency of people not sticking off or frequently switching jobs. Kindly ensure that if this marine field requires a lot of on-job training, and if some company has invested on you, please be loyal to it, like Vietnamese and Koreans who are there. On ship, I will come to how the technology is changing, but whatever role is you play on the ship, your discipline, your attitude takes a very, very prime role there. You have to be obedient to your senior. You have to be disciplined. If the ship demands, there should be absolutely no smoking or being on time. You have to do it. There is no second opinion or second view about it. Now the ships are becoming advanced. Time will shortly come when people are talking of autonomous ships, what we have. I have a request. What are you supposed to do? Each and everyone, please go to Google and read the document Maritime Vision 2030. Maritime India Vision released by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And now another has come, long-term vision 2047, that will be 100th years of our independence. Both these documents very clearly give what is expected, where we are going, what is our vision, and how you are supposed to cope up with it. As Mr. Arun Kumar Singh very, very nicely brought out, our training at DMET is a mixture of both theory and practical. And worldwide, taking views and seeing the training, it has been established that the ideal ratio is 60-40. 60 theory and 40 practical, which, let me tell you, this practical of 40% almost time is much, much bigger than any branch of engineering. Why is it required so much in the field of marine engineering? Because your role on board ship demands you working with your own heads, knowing what are the practical aspects. So spend lot of time on workshop. There may be few people misguiding you that this workshop machinery is old. We need modern day simulator, but sorry, the DMET workshop, which teaches you work with your own hands, you would be using that on board ship at a time of crisis. 100%. Take it from me. I have sailed on ships when there have been a total supply failure. That time anything else will not work, your own hands will only work at that time. So spend a lot of time on workshop in your overalls there. Whatever the technology may be advancing, it is will come handy as long as things are working fine. But in a matter of crisis, if your bridge monitoring system fails, if your radar fails, it is your knowledge what you have gained which will come here. And let me tell you, marine engineering is a combination of mechanical, electrical, and structural engineering. All three put together, which you are going to learn here. Whichever ship you go in your part of the training, make full use of the time which is on your training after you pass out from DMET here. Spend your time on DMET more on workshop, working with your own hand, and understanding the basics rather than mugging it up. These basics are the only thing which will take you farther when you go on board ship. Today, as you know, the technology is becoming so advanced that please spend some times on learning the basic electronics, because everything now is becoming very complicated, and at least you people should know how to change a PCB if it goes bad, because there will be no electrical engineer on board to help you out. There will be no structural engineer to help you out on board. You will be all alone to do your task there. How you learn all these things, a very important aspect I am going to dwell upon that is respect your seniors. It may look like that they are taking charge of you, they are trying to rag you, but no. What you learn from your seniors, nobody will ever tell you. Not only in DMET, but when you go on board ship and start your service also, you will be meeting these seniors only there, who are going to help you out throughout in your career in the marine world. So respect your seniors. What they are very good people here. Whatever they do, they would be teaching you. If you feel that they are trying to rag you, let me tell you, they are also trying to teach you how to deal with adversity. No amount of classroom lectures will teach you what your seniors teach you here. Please do respect them here. This is a very, very nice field, very, very good opportunity what you people have got. You have come to the best institute in India, have a very good legacy, very, very nice faculty here, ably supported by the director who is himself a very checkered career. So please try to learn here. Don't get into any politics. Concentrate on your studies. Concentrate on your practical knowledge. Go on ship to the garden reach whenever a ship comes there. See the ship, how it works there. Get yourself acquainted and remain highly disciplined. Attend your all classes. Go for your PT, parade, fall-ins everywhere. These are all important part of life which will prepare you for the very nice career ahead. With these words, I wish all of you very best. Thanks to the DMET Samvaad team of inviting me here today on this 70th Independence Day. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. You have always been a great support to all the initiatives that DMET Samvaad takes. So thank you, sir, for that. Moving forward to Mr. Virendra Adhikari, sir, with over 2 decades of global experience. He's a leader in franchise development, business management, real estate, and construction. And as the visionary founder and chief strategy officer of Rocket FuelX Consulting Groups, he empowers small and medium enterprises with strategic mentoring, driving long-term growth and sustainability. A passionate lifelong learner and community advocate, Mr. Adhikari is dedicated to fostering growth, innovation, and positive societal impact. And sir, we have you here for this session. So thank you very much. And sir, please unmute yourself and the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Samvaad. I think thank you for that introduction. But you forgot to mention about my roll number and the Dimika Global. But let me tell you that, after hearing Commodore Behel, and the legacy of DMET, I think it took me back to my first year days when I just joined the college. And in fact, I think Professor Arun Kumar Singh also touched upon that when you come to the first year, you don't know actually what to expect. And I do remember that, frankly saying, I did not know that I'm going to a cadetship and paramilitary kind of a setup for next 4 years. If I knew that, maybe I would have second thought. So, now all the first years, I think you are here. So there is no choice of going back. Make the best use of your time. And thank you. So let me start, I think, on an occasion of 78th, India Independence Day. I think, first of all, best wishes to everybody and Jai Hind. I think it's a great pleasure to talk to you all today, and most importantly, with such an esteemed, guest of speakers and keynote speakers. But I want to continue where I think the past 3 keynote speakers have talked about, I think with Rear Admiral setting up the pace and Professor Arun Kumar Singh telling a lot about what happens in college. Now, I want to slightly take everybody on a global trend. What is happening as of now on maritime and shipping, and what are the various trends which are shaping? So I have very simply to express them. There are three key trends across maritime, if you can say, or if you can say about, in entire world. The first one is a lot of us touched upon is digitalization. Okay, now, which talks about, unmanned ship. Okay, you can talk about basically, remote robotics inspection. So robotics and AI are taking over a lot of inspections and a lot of remote functioning, which used to be done previously by human beings. And third one is the digital twin, actually having a main engine room in the office rather than basically having it on the ship. So the digital twin. So first one is the digitalization. Now, what does it mean for a lot of people over here? Obviously, it means that how we operate different functions and how maritime is operated today will change in future. Yeah, so that's one. Second is, I think, the entire decarbonization, the sustainability. Okay, the world is moving towards having green fuel. So I think the decarbonization and sustainability is a big one. If you look at even the Maritime India vision, where the India has set target for 40% of national energy needs to be through renewable sources. So I think that's the second one. Now, the third one, which is very important for all of us and the young ones, is how our work environment is changing and how the young marine force or, the mariners are looking at, which is, I think, the safety and having a safe work environment, having a more inclusive and diverse environment. And I think those are the three key things which I would say: the digitalization of it, the sustainable, and a safe work environment. And I think those are the three key things which I will talk about. Now, what does it mean? I think in Indian context, as of now, the workforce which we are having contributes around 10 to 12% of the entire world seafarers. Now, the opportunity for that, which, the goal has been set, is that 20%. Yeah, it needs to go to 20%. What does that mean? That means a lot of people who are here, means a lot of opportunity for all of us, which we can take on. Now, consider this with other country, which is our leading in terms of the seafarer, numbers, which is like China. China is currently at 30%. And I'm a bit surprised to say that a lot of time we are taught that not only in number, but even in quality, some of these different nationalities are far exceeding in terms of the quality than us. I think there is a huge opportunity for all of us to showcase that. And that takes me back to, Commodore Behel's point that the legacy of DMET, the pride of DMET. And I think if anybody needs to take on that challenge of excelling and being the best in the world, I think that is the DMET, that is the IMUs of today. And I'm actually throwing the challenge to all the cadets who are here today to keep on that pride and to go on that journey of how we all can be best in the world. And I think that was told to us in the on the quadrangle when on the first year, that we are the best mariners in the world. Can we regain that? And I think that takes me back again to Maritime India vision, because we are a center of excellence in that report. IMU Calcutta is a center. Yeah. So I think, how can we be a world-class university? And I think when I sit out, and having traveled across and looked at universities very closely, I think I must admit that yet we have not reached, in terms of our education, the world-class standard. And in fact, there is a lot of focus from the government that how India or Indian maritime education system can be world-class university. Now, I would not take much long, but I want to stress upon two key points how we can be. And I think a lot of time we talk about the students, but I want to throw the light on faculty. I think we need to train the trainer first. I think the faculty needs to be world class first before the students can be, because they are then, they are the custodians of our education system. So I think we need to put focus back on how we can have the best faculty in the world, basically, so that we can impart the best education to the upcoming mariners. Secondly, the curriculum, which I think Professor Arun Kumar Singh did talk about, that how can we have the curriculum which is relevant to the challenges of future. And to me, that these two things, apart from obviously infrastructure, I'm assuming that infrastructure is there as of now, but faculty and curriculum will be the key in addressing the challenges which we face if India is to go to 20% of the seafarers, global contribution, and we need to be the world's best in marine engineering. I think those are the two key things which I would leave ahead with. I do have the tips, but I think somehow I'll keep the tips to the young cadets for later. But this is where I will end as of now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for the global outlook that you have provided to these young minds. And sir, apologies for not mentioning your roll number. Uh, and sir, and it is very important to mention that Damika Global that you had started as a founder, which had a global outlook towards uniting all the alumni of DMET, and it is one of the most followed pages on LinkedIn. So thank you for all the efforts that you have been putting, uniting all the alumni throughout
Somehow,
your. Yes, sir.
yeah. If you don't mind, I wanted to mention two things. One was from Commodore Behel's follow back on regionalism, and how do I feel, because being in UK, that's one. Secondly, I forgot to mention about the inclusion. I think the female participation in future, which is one of the key challenge as of now, and that's what I think we are currently at 0.5%, only 0.5%. So I think we need to be more inclusive as a workforce, and that is something which is as a challenge. But do I have a minute to talk on regionalism? Because I think I have a anecdote on that, because I'm talked about racism in foreign countries a lot by a lot of foreign friends. So if you permit, can I just add?
Please.
So, that reminded, because I think Commodore Behel started with what are the best things. So regionalism. So a lot of people, because I travel a lot in UK. So my friends over here ask me, Viren, how do you feel about racism in UK? And to that answer, I tell them, I think I have faced more racism in India than abroad. So regionalism is such a paramount thing in India. So when I was in Delhi, I was a Uttarakhandi, and when I was in Kolkata, I was a non-Bengali. When I was in Mumbai, I was a non-Marathi. And when I was in Karnataka, I was a non-Kannigada. So what I mean by that, but only when I came to UK, I became a truly Indian. So the point I wanted to bring is that what Commodore Behel said touched me so much. And I think, Commodore Behel, the way you have said, point-wise, I think if all of us can follow that, I think there is no way that DMET cannot be one of the best. And our cadets over here, whoever they are attending, I think for sure will excel in their careers. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing this. And sir, we also have Ishwara Arun Kishore, sir, who has joined with us. Although he has notified us about the network issues that he's facing, but let us see if we can hear him. He's a DMET pass out of 2001, roll number 5020, having vast experience of the industry as a seagoing engineer till 2012. Pursuing his technical interest, he joined the School of Maritime Design and Research as a scientist, currently also pursuing a PhD in shipboard LNG storage. So we request you to unmute and shed a light on the audience about today's session, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are, sir.
Happy Independence Day to all of you. I'm very happy to meet all the esteemed people here on the panel, new cadets and Sri Virendra Adhikari. He is my 1 year senior. I will try to switch on the video, and see if I can make it. Actually, I'm joining on mobile connection. I am at makeover arrangement here in Kharagpur, actually, finishing my last year. So quite challenging. The topic is very good, actually, on this independence. My suggestion for the cadets, on the range of issues which are very, very well addressed by our director, sir, then Commodore Bhal, sir, Arun Kumar Singh, sir, and even Sri Virendra Adhikari, the points are very, very apt. That leaves me what I can add value to the audience today. I will tell you the next 10 years, that is what the goalpost which has been conveyed here is manage your brain, That is the first hindrance that you will have. That is the first uncertainty you will have. That is the first challenge you will have. You are fresh from your 11th and 12th. You are in the university now. Next 4 years, you will not even know how they pass. Literally, the time flies. This is the first time you will come to know that the 4 years have just finished. And you will sometimes think, what have I learned through the 4 years? So right from the day one, be very, very active in the sense, pick up how to interact with the people, how to make friends, not enemies, how to go with the crowd, how to stand and take an independent decision if it is right. Be very, very decisive. Decision making is the most important and the most difficult aspect of any human. Overcome that particular barrier. Overcome the stage fear. All these points, what I mentioned, that the next 10 years, challenges. I will put it in a nutshell subsequently, but the point is, I have been through the same portal that you are going through. So without wasting time, I would say that please manage your time, manage yourself. There are bigger challenges which will be there at the end of your 4 years. The first thing that you should plan is to stand on your feet. I'm telling you, the age-old funda will come back. You will have to look for work immediately after passing out of this institution, because the times are going to be very, very uncertain. The challenges, there are a range of challenges with AI and technological advancements going on, the geopolitical dynamics and economic uncertainty, which will continue to challenge, and it may even become very, very uncertain in future. The environmental challenges, you have seen the effects of climate change. There is much more bigger uncertainty in the energy sources that will be required for human sustainability. That is going to be very, very big, dilemma for the human race. The pollution and regulatory pressure, the uncertainty of future, everything you have to prepare. So utilize these 4 years, pick up skills, learn how to apply theory, be extremely good street smart and also the internet smart and computer smart. At our time, people used to tell me that be street smart for survival. Now you have to pick up to be very, very smart in adapting to the computer changes. Because you may realize that if you are stuck with, say, Windows XP version and you are suddenly asked to work with Windows 11, it is the same environment, but the entire user interface is different, the way it behaves is different, everything is in a different place, So the computers and technology is going to be changing at a very, very rapid pace. This is what I'm finding it. And so be very, very prepared for it. Learn how to use ChatGPT, learn how to adapt to it, learn how the code can be synthesized, learn how the electronics works, learn how to make circuits. Be very, very industry specific, in this particular aspect. Know about what are the things which are available in the market, how to assemble them. Because in the future, Each person will be expected to be multi-talented in a multidisciplinary role. If you are dependent on many others, the cost will escalate. Even the companies that are there at this current point of time, they may cease to exist, and they may only boil down to few group of experts managing the process. There could be many radical changes which can happen in future. So the first thing is prepare for the uncertainty. First, join the ships or join the industry. Learn how to earn and how to manage your finances. These are very important roles, and then you can manage your maritime future. You will keep up changes with the Indian maritime perspective, and there are a lot of opportunities. But the opportunity exists only for the fellows who are prepared. They will not exist for those people who are unprepared. Remember this particular thing. So if you want to be prepared, you have world of opportunities. If you are unprepared, you will come crashing. With this, I think I conclude my lecture for today, addressing the cadets. I wish them all the best during their 4 years of stay. Be very disciplined, be very punctual, and learn how to develop an attitude and work culture. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your address. And now it's time to take some questions from the audience. If there are people who are interested in asking some questions, then we may drive this discussion further. I request the audience, if there is anyone who's interested in asking any question, they can unmute themselves and ask a question to our esteemed panelists. Or you can also put your question in the chat so that I can pick that up for you. Cadet Nirbhay Singh wants to ask a question to Ishura sir. How to improve speaking and leadership skills, and how can we mark a positive impact on people?
Is it to me, the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He wants an answer from you specifically.
There is no second way. You have to practice. You have so many audience, you have so many people, cadets in the campus. Practice mock sessions. Without that, you cannot do it. You can read any number of books, but you will fall flat if you are unprepared. You have not practiced it. The biggest advantage you have is a lot of cadets are there. Make large groups. Learn how to speak before them. Take all the critical reviews about yourself. Be prepared to resolve and move ahead. Only then you can make the change.
You need to be able to express yourself freely. We have been having some sessions, and a lot of cadets and students have been participating. The only way to do it is to start, you should come out of your shell. You should not feel inhibited. You should make sure that you are heard, and en route, you make sure that you, if someone points something at some mistakes, etc., whether it is in the language or in the content, you should be able to take it in a positive way, and make sure that you converse in English. I mean, that is something that has been emphasized here. When you go to sea, you will be interacting with people from different countries. And whilst it's nice to talk in your regional language and, to talk with friends and, from who hail from your locality, etc., it is important to be fluent in English language. As you know, that there's a lot of competition out there at sea. And one of the things that people really prefer, and the reasons why they prefer Indians particularly, is because they are good in English. They're able to communicate freely, and they're being generally understood also, because the diction, etc., and the way we speak and the general awareness of the world is much better when it comes to Indians. And we are hardworking also on top of that, and we don't give up. So therefore, these are some of the things that are looked forward to at sea. I think you should just, and as has been brought out by Arun, it's very important for you to actually start freely discussing amongst yourselves, first of all, and get out of that syndrome that, I can't do it kind of a thing. And, you can very well do it. And this is the best place to groom yourself. In fact, groom yourself in every conceivable way. As a human being, as a good human being, as a good leader, as a good officer, a good gentleman, as a good marine engineering professional, and what have you. Everything is available in this complex. And you have people around you to help you, to make you feel good, better, best, etc. And you have everything packaged into this campus. So therefore, even and the alumni, the best part is you have a large number of alumni who are constantly interacting with you. It is one, I would say, it is one of the best boons that this campus can get. Anytime you can ring up, and the love and attachment that the alumni have for this campus and for you, for each one of you, is something that it is God sent, I would say. Not many colleges or not many institutes in the country, enjoy this. So therefore, you have to make the best use of it. And all the people here who are talking to you are also alumni. That is very important. So please make the best use of them. They simply love you. So just make sure that you tread the path which they have already taken and learn a lot of things that you can get from them. And you have the best people speaking from sea, owners of shipping companies, etc. Therefore, feel free to express yourself. Go out and take whatever that is there. The sky is the limit for you.
Definitely, sir. And also, sir, DMET Samvaad had taken this initiative to conduct mock interviews for the final year students who were appearing for campus placement interviews with different companies. So the alumni is always excited, and when we have alumni like Arun Kumar Singh sir, who has always been supportive of such initiatives, even when in college, he has always been guiding people. And when we take such initiatives, it is people like him who has helped us in organizing these mock sessions, and he took out time from his busy schedule to mentor these young cadets who were appearing for interviews. So during the time you guys are in college, in your first year to fourth year, you guys can take initiatives. You can have speaking clubs where you can organize weekly sessions. If you feel that you are lacking on some speaking skills, you guys can come together. You guys can organize extempore speeches. You guys can talk to your seniors if they are willing to. Of course, they will be willing to help you in organizing these sessions, in moderating these sessions. And the most important part of being in college is not just the curriculum. It's the environment that you get. You have got 250 280 students, young dynamic students who are willing to get all the to acquire all these skills. So if you guys will be together in this journey with each other, helping each one of you in whatever way you can help in building the skill sets. So I think you guys will definitely develop on all those leadership skills and speaking skills. So
just a quick point. There is a groom up cell which has been started recently, and it's doing very well. A lot of cadets are actually, they kind of practice with some of us being present there. And I found that there has been a lot of improvement, and some of the shipping companies which had come to recruit them, they did mention that there is some change that is there in the way the cadets talk and they express themselves. Because many times I find that the students are aware of the subject, but they are not able to, quickly answer, relate to what the question is and what the topic is all about. And they seem to be giving an impression, or at least they did in the past, but that's changing now for better, that, okay, this gentleman doesn't know, this lady doesn't know. But now we are, I think, that is behind us with this grooming up cell, which has been set up. I think they find it far more, friendly. That we have kind of broken the ice, I would say, and they're able to talk nicely with the people who come here to recruit. So, which is a very positive. It's a positive development, I would say.
That's a great initiative, sir. Thank you, sir, for that information. And We have a senior alumni with us, Saptarishi Basu sir, who wants to ask a question. Sir, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? Okay, I think let's move on to some other questions that I already put in the chat. So there is one question from Nitin Kumar. Sir, my question is, if exceptionally we remained unaware or by some reasons unable to learn some particular. Yes, sir. Saptarishi Basu, sir. Yes.
Yeah. It was not exactly a question which I wanted to state. I just wanted to make a report to what my batchmate Mr. Adhikari had stated regarding regionalism.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, it's a fact that we have ideological fractures due to the various places of origin, because as one of the prominent opposition leaders says, we are not a country but union of states. Such idiotic and stupid narrations are doing rounds. And also we are basically also within the fraternity, we tend to distinguish ourselves with the place of our training. Like somebody is from DMET, somebody is from the nautical side, somebody is from Moscow dock, somebody can be from Calcutta Port Trust, things like that. We are basically trained in the colonial mindset for divide and rule, where we are more concerned about our petty individual identity than the collective identity. Now, that's what the point Mr. Adhikari was trying to place home. And it's to no mean effect that we have faced 200 years of slavery, and we have, while the country had attained freedom at midnight, unfortunately, we had the largest civil war, which caused perishment of 1 million people. So the independence came at a cost of a bloodbath. Having understood that, what I was trying to state is, yes, we are aware that we may be from Bihar, Bengal, Karnataka, Rajasthan, whatever you like to call yourself from. But are we aware of our history or where we come from and why it is important to be a seafarer? A lot of people who basically say that they're from the south or Tamil Nadu and other places probably don't know that their forefathers, the Cholas, actually reigned the entire maritime domain, starting from Babel Mandeb to Singapore. And that's the reason we got our name of this part of the ocean as Indian Ocean. People who are coming from Maharashtra and Karnataka, they are not aware that there was a person called Gautamiputra Shatakarni who subdued most of the other maritime empires in order to wrest control over the huge maritime domain in the western side. People who are coming from Kerala, they do not know that there was this king from Kashikot called the Samudrin, who had defeated the treasure fleet led by Admiral Zanhi and defeated it so badly that he never dared to venture up the peninsula. He had come in the 13th century with 700 battleships, crushing our maritime empire from Singhapuram till Anuradhapuram, which is Ceylon or Sri Lanka as we know it. And then he got defeated by the Samudran king. People who are from Goa, they don't know that there at the Rani Chelamma had basically made mincemeat out of the Vasco da Gama's forces and did not allow them to capture. People who are from Maharashtra, they did not know that their forefathers, Kanoji Angre, defeated the British in several maritime expeditions. And they were almost almost able to defeat the British in the defeat the Siddhis. People who are from down north, maybe Lucknow, maybe Delhi and other places, they are not aware that this maritime empire of the Mughals, which was not much to speak about, defeated the British in the battle of this Anglo-Mughal warfare, the first Anglo-Mughal warfare in the battered siege of Bombay, and the condition was so pathetic that they were
Yeah.
allowed, they were made to crawl and kneel in front of the emperor to ask forgiveness. So
Definitely.
rather than focusing on our differences in regionalism, we should take pride in our ancestral achievements and then
Yes.
try to measure up to what they had done, and that will basically give us the direction ahead. That was all I
Definitely.
wanted to submit that day.
Yes,
so much.
thank you very much, sir. And I'm sure by this address of yours, the cadets will be able to realize how rich of a history, maritime history, we have had. And I'm sure you guys have intrigued these young minds. They'll surely look for these facts and the history that we have had on the internet, and they'll learn more about it. So thank you very much, sir. Moving forward, we have a few more questions that have been already put in the chat. We will quickly move over them, and then we'll have the final remarks from the panelists. So the one question we have from Nitin Kumar: if exceptionally we remained unaware or by some reasons unable to learn some particular sorts and information about some machine or engine regulations, will the higher engineers help us to make know the proper use on ship, or will this lack of short knowledge affect my work? Nitin, you must have heard Commodore Bhal's address, and also Arun Kumar Singh sir's address. I'm sure he touched upon this fact that never be afraid to ask anything to your seniors. And of course, if you will put yourself valuable enough for the ship, if you will be seen as a dedicated person who is willing to learn, then definitely I don't think any senior engineer of yours will not teach you anything, or will take your questions for granted. If sir, I request the esteemed panelists, if there is anything you want to add to Nitin's question, then that would be great.
I think one of the things that every cadet needs to do, anyone who goes on board, should be willing to dirty his hands, should be willing to be present whenever there is any activity going on. And as you rightly said, should be willing to learn and should have that fire in his belly to ask questions and learn. The only way all of us learned is by physically being present whenever something was happening somewhere. Apart from reading, one of the things that we can do is to be present and to see what is happening, to physically take part in that activity, open it with your own hands, feel that if you use a spanner and if you don't use it properly, you will get hurt, and that will remind you as to where that inflammation happened on your hand or wherever it happened. Or falling down and getting hurt in the shin bone, etc. These are all normal things that it's an integral part of a mariner's life. So we need to actually, the only way we can do it is, of course, read from the books. Definitely it's required. Try and assimilate whatever is possible, the background material, etc. But you have to put your feet where you should, and wet your feet, and make sure that there is sweat and toil on board, and make sure that you never give up. That never say die attitude has to be there, and that is because we all know, as has been rightly brought out by the veterans here, that marine engineering is an interdisciplinary science. There is too much to learn there, but we know very little. Constantly, there is something or the other that can be learned whenever you associate yourself with anything that is going on, particularly with the seniors who are present there, with the other people who are working at site, and you yourself, wanting to do the job which normally people would think that it is not yours, but you should go and fetch it and then start doing it. That's the only way to learn. Nobody teaches better than experience. Nobody teaches you better than what you learn yourself, and you learn from others by listening intently and by internalizing them, and also as I said, dirty your hands.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Virendra Adhikari, sir, maybe you had something to add.
Yeah.
Please.
So just wanted to add to point what a Rear Admiral was trying to make is that, practice. I mean, say a lot of time we are afraid of failures. And I think that is what stops us from doing. So this question is linked to the previous one also. Somebody asked about speaking and leadership skills. Now, both are very combined. I think a lot of time we don't act because we are afraid of failure. We are afraid to try. What if I wouldn't fail? What if I'm not able to speak? What if the words won't come? And I think, learning from failure is one of the key aspect of the character, which is needs to be developed. And it comes from resilience. It comes from you trying and again. And, you have, while you have failed, but you still try. So I think the resilience and not being afraid to failure, having that courage to move on is, I think, I just wanted to add after hearing, what Rear Admiral talked about. I think it's a very important aspect of building your personality, building your character, building, excelling in anything. If you want to do, I think not being afraid of failure and learning, reflecting from failures, learning and taking those steps in future, not to do the same mistakes again. I think those are the key in becoming successful. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Harsh Sinha, sir, he's a 2000, he's DMED class of 2020, and I think he would want to add something to it. Please, sir.
Hello, Samvaad. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay. So my question is from Commodore Ashok Bahal, sir. First of all, thank you to all the team guests who have joined in such a short notice. And DMET has something which makes the people connected even after sir has retired from the institute, even though he has some personal family engagements also, but he has joined in such a short notice. So thank you so much, sir. So my question is directed towards you. There are two questions. First question is, you have told about various aspects that students need to inculcate from the first year itself. So the first question is regarding whether there is a need to sensitize the students, how to interact on the social media, what sort of pictures, what sort of information they consume, and what sort of information they produce on the social media. Because it is because on social media they are not only representing themselves. If they are putting their pictures in their college uniform, they are not only representing themselves, rather they are representing the college, and to be more precise, the country and the nation also. So the first aspect of the question is that. Second question is whether there is a need for the students, and this question is to Honorable Director sir also, whether there is a need for the students who are particularly in the first year to get hold of the information which is happening. Apart from the regular studies, they could write something, or they could learn something. What are the aspects of the geopolitics? What are the aspects of the maritime industry which is there, so that they could take some informed decisions after they graduate from the college. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Harsh, thank you. I think your first point is regarding students' interaction on the social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. I'm sure that DMET follows when the new cadets join a 1 week orientation program in which the campus director gives his own views through a 1 hour, almost a 1 hour lecture as to what are the do's and don'ts, and this point would be covered there. But my personal opinion is that whosoever joins DMET is a part of DMET, and at no moment of time he should be putting anything adverse on the social media against DMET. That should be the rules of law. Otherwise, people are there whose profiles are on Facebook, they are doing Twitter. They can write. Nowadays, in today's world, we can't put an embargo on that. But at no moment of time against any senior, any faculty, if they have any problem, director is available. The DMET director stays inside the campus, is available 24/7. Please go to him with your problems, follow the channel rather than taking any way by way of any social media. So that answers your question number one. And the question number two, which is very, very clear. I would first come to the question which was by Nitin Kumar. He had put on the chat that if there is any problem on board, will the seniors help him? See, DMET's curriculum over the 4 years is very good, and thereafter there is a very long shipboard training. After that, it is expected from the new person that he will assist the senior rather than having an impression right now in the mind that senior would assist. Senior would always help him, but have a pride. You have done a 4 years curriculum, you have done a 1 year training on board. Thereafter, if you have that in mind, whether the senior will help me out or not, I don't think you have done justice with your training and your curriculum, what you have followed in DMET. One point was from Cadet Shruti Pandey. What is your opinion about the roles and opportunity for women in the maritime industry having evolved over the years? What challenges do you think women will still face? See, the marine world does not see whether he's a man or woman, whether he's a journalist or whether he's a reserved category. They only see your competence. This doubt is not in the mind of the marine field. This doubt is in the individual cadet's mind. Will I face any challenge? The answer is no. There are no challenges. Any man or woman is equally competent if they have done their curriculum and the training religiously. There is no difference. There is no difference in any category. So please do not have, whether the girls or any reserved category, please do not have any out of doubt in your mind that you would be treated differently or you would be given any extra concession. The only thing which would be seen on board ship is your competence, own competence. That is it. And the director has very clearly said in no words that be prepared without any inhibition to dirty your hands on board ship. There is no other way out. There are no shortcuts in the marine field. Absolutely zero. No, as itself, with the advancement of technology, the number of crew on board is on a decline. And almost we have reached a figure of only 10, 11 or 12 there. What used to be approximately around 20 few years back. So be very competent in your job, try and learn rather than seeking help at every stage of your life. That's the answer to Shruti Pandey. And what was your second question, Harsh?
Sir, this was regarding that how a cadet can equip himself regarding the information which are slightly connected with the maritime field so that he can take more informed decisions after he graduates.
See, nowadays I have found that there are good maritime journals which are coming. Online they are coming. I am receiving them. Lot of good information, good articles are already there in that, right? So there are good placement newspapers coming, good journals coming, what all advancements are taking place. And DMET has also got a process of sending cadets for various seminars. That must be encouraged. During my time, lot of cadets went, even the girl cadets went to participate in the various seminars. Nowadays, I am sure that thing is going on. The Vice Chancellor is very supportive of sending cadets to various seminars. So you need to pursue that also. Write papers, do whatever extra bit of work you want to do, go attend those seminars. Lot of knowledge you get from there. Do these extra things.
Just
Thank
to
you.
add to what Commodore Ball has mentioned, I think one of the first things that particularly the cadets will need to know is the fact that once you join the DMET, you belong to the family of the DMET. If you have a problem, it will definitely be solved in-house. The loyalty that is there or that should be there for the DMET should be the very first thing that should be there in each one of you. There's no need to look outside for any kind of help. Whatever is to be given, it will be given here. And we all are sitting here to look after you, to solve your problems. Sometimes it is very disheartening for me to know that some cadets resort to writing randomly to some XYZ. This has, I would say, almost become zero now. But I used to hear in the past that it used to happen. And that's not the way. That doesn't befit a cadet and an officer in the making, the gentleman in the making, that too from DMET, to be looking outwards, for something that that can easily be solved in-house. So my suggestion is that you are one of the most important, members of this community. So if there is any problem, of course there will be problems. Life is full of problems, it's full of struggle. There are issues, there are limitations, scarcity, all kinds of things will be there. Otherwise, life isn't going to be beautiful. If everything is tickety-boo and everything is coming on to you on a platter, you will never be a marine engineer. That let's be very clear. A marine engineer's life is, there is pleasure and pain both involved in being a marine engineer. So when you are when you are here in the campus, if there's any issue, you must, through proper channel or whichever way that is there, depending on the severity of the issue, you should feel comfortable to say, this is my problem, I would like this to be addressed. I'm sure it will be done. And there are not just all of us present here. We have a huge support through the alumni also, and we have a huge community out there, which is like this very DMET Samvaad itself to start with is a forum where we're trying to bring awareness and help in various ways possible. That is first thing. And second thing, as he brought out very rightly, apart from the journals and other areas from where knowledge can be received, there are a lot of lectures that we are organizing where people from various walks of life, particularly who have experience in the maritime sector, are coming and addressing us, the cadets. And they have a lot of information to convey to us about the geopolitical situations and how the economy and the maritime sector is functioning and where things are heading and what sort of gaps are there and how we need to prepare ourselves to fit into the ambit of things out there. So we need to actually keep our ears and eyes open and also, educate ourselves by all means possible. Let us not be that frog in the well. Here I have 4 years here and I just do my BTech and that's it. And everywhere the learning will be in series. No, learning should not be in series. It should come from various quarters. Even in the Rig Veda says, knowledge should come from all sides. So we should be open to learning from any side. And for that, you have to be an avid reader and listener. These are very important. So that's my take on that.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And just a few points before I move on to the esteemed panelists for the closing remark, and then we'll have the vote of thanks, and then we'll conclude the session. Regarding accessing right sources of knowledge about the maritime industry, it is very important for these young cadets to understand that the industry leaders have the voice of themselves, and they are very actively putting it out on various social media channels. So it should be your responsibility to join the right social media channels, not these industry leaders from whom you would want to listen, like from whom you would want to have their opinions about things. These people are not on Instagram, Tinder, or Facebook. These guys are on LinkedIn. So that's the place where you guys should be. You guys should make a strong profile over there where you guys are highlighting your achievements that you are that you are taking in while you are stay at DMET. So be at the right places, and of course you will be treated with right amount of information and valuable information. So moving on, I'll move on to each of our esteemed panelists for a closing remark. So starting with Arun Kumar Singh, sir.
Thank you very much, Samvaad. It was a great session, and you learn things every day. I learned a lot over here. Two of the things which I wanted to talk about, I already Director said a lot about it, and Mr. Adhikari also has pointed out. Nitin, he said that will his queries be answered? Nitin, have you asked questions yourself when you are there in the class? Have you, whenever you had a doubt, have you approached your own faculty members? In case nobody has answered your questions, have you gone higher up? I don't think Director Sir's doors are ever closed. You can approach him if you have got some serious questions in your mind. Do not hesitate. That means there are some inhibitions in your mind and you think that your queries will not be answered. Don't ever think that. I'll tell you one very simple thing. My number is there in front of for most of the cadets who are there ahead of you. And I always tell them, in case you have a query, just let me know. I will find an answer for you. I don't have answers for everything, but in case you have something which you want to be assured about, let me know. I will do it for you. The second thing was there that somebody said about conversation part of it. When I entered DMAT, I had a bit of knowledge about English, but conversation, we never had a conversation in English with anybody. We knew the basic things of that, okay, a bit of a grammar, a bit of an essay, a bit of a letter writing, all those particular things were okay. But until and unless you converse, as director said, very rightly pointed out, that until and unless you converse in English, whenever, even you have to say, you get up from your seat. I have heard people saying, "Arey uth ja, arey aise kar, arey waise kar." Get rid of that. The seaman's language, international language for the seaman is English. And we must understand that we have to develop this particular thing in us, that we will not be shy of speaking it whenever it is required. We may make a few mistakes here and there, but that doesn't mean that we should be inhibited in our speaking English. Never. And the lady cadet, I know most of the lady cadets, they are a bit wary about a man's world. That is why one of the things that is being taught in IMU now is gender sensitization. And that is very, very important. Mr. Commodore Bhal very rightly pointed out, your competency is what is needed on a ship. The rest, everything doesn't matter. But the little bit of doubt which always remains in a lady cadet's mind is, how am I going to face the world, a man's world? Look at Sudha Murthy ji. She has faced, she was the only girl student in the engineering college in her batch. And she had to go through a lot to get herself, to prove herself and to do things. Now, read her books, read what she writes, make up your mind, be strong. I have got 4 daughters and I know what goes through their minds. I know what goes through your minds also. So don't be scared about what is going to happen to you, or what is. You are very well trained in the institute and you can face the world without any fear. And that should be the main thing in you. And go ahead. And if you have anything that troubles you, don't be scared to open yourself up. If you don't open yourself, nobody can ever help you out. That is very, very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your closing address. Now I request Virendra Adhikari, sir, for your closing remarks.
Thank you, Samvaad. First of all, I think it's thank you to everyone and the esteemed speakers. Yeah, just tagging along what Professor Arun, Kumar just said on the lady question. I'm forgetting the name of the cadet. Sorry, what was the name of the cadet?
Shruti Pandey.
Yeah, Shruti. I think excellent question, and I understand what you may be thinking. But let me tell you, because when I got into college, there was only one senior lady cadet, okay? And, my respected senior, Sonali Banerjee, okay? She is, if you ask her, I think her question would have been that I will be the first one. So what should I be prepared about? Now, I think the most important thing for you to look at is talk to these people who have already sailed. So talk to those women, cadets or women, engineers basically, who have been on the sailing already. And if you're joining any company or anything, ask them about whether you have a buddy in the ship. So those things will help you. And beyond that, I think I'll leave it to, Professor Arun Kumar has already rightly answered that question. But talk to some of the women cadets who have already sailed. I think it will help you out on that. Okay. Now, my closing remark, I think, the world, and we talked about, India at 100, talking about 2047 or India at 2030. I think nobody knows where we will be. Okay, so it will be, nobody knows what changes will happen in future. Okay, it is uncertain world. Now we are looking at geopolitical across the world, the Gulf, and what is happening around in terms of the war, in terms of other things. So we never know about that. Nobody can predict what will happen. But how can you be ready for the future, cadets? How can you look at what you need to do for the future? So I think I have 3 things if you can do today. Okay, 1, develop a critical thinking mindset. And why say critical thinking? Because I remember Admiral talking about, and Commodore Behel talking about, that a lot of things are floating in the social media and other things, but we take them as true. But actually, if you do not have a critical thinking mindset, you will think everything which everybody is saying is true, actually, which is not true. So critical thinking is what separates leaders from followers. So I think having a mindset of questioning, having a mindset which goes beyond the surface is very important. Okay, so that's one. Second is, what can I do? I think there is no shying away from learning. And, Ishwara pointed out very, very clearly on his talk that we always need to learn. There is no shying away. I think hats off to you, Ishwara. You are still, further continuously improving yourself and doing some education. So congratulations. I think continuous learning is the way to live. So your learning never stops when you pass out from the college. Actually, it starts every time, every day, every moment. I think you cannot shy away from learning. And if you have to learn something, learn how to learn quickly any new thing. Okay, so learning how to learn should be, I think, in your first top list. Okay, so that's second. Third is, go today and think how you can excel in whatever fuels your passion, whatever it is. Go for that excel, because I think, as I said, when on that quadrangle, I still remember the quadrangle, senior coming and saying, we are the best cadets in the world. And DMET produces that. I think there is enough talk about DMET camaraderie, DMET brothership. I have never seen a single country where if I go and meet a DMETian, I'm not given a big hug, even though we are meeting for the first time. And that to me is the power of DMET. I want you all to understand that legacy and take on that legacy and ensure that we excel as a center of excellence in future. So those are the 3 points I would leave here with. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And we have also been joined by Commander Gaurav Agarwal, sir. He was supposed to join from the starting of the session, but there were some issues at his end, so he could not join. He's a former naval officer, graduated from DMET, class of 1985, roll number 3049. Commander Agarwal has served as the secretary of DMET Navy Ex-Cadets Association for 10 years, from 2011 to 2021. His contributions to his alma mater, to DMET, surpasses every expectation that one can ask for. Sir, can you please address the cadets? We have more than 300 cadets who have joined. Most of them are first year, so it is a great honor for them to hear you.
Thank you, Kumar Samvaad. I was hoping that the session would get over before you noticed that I am joined. But as usual, you guys have caught me. It was a very interesting talk, a very interesting session, the questions and the answers. And as usual, what came out was how do we succeed? How do we make a positive impact? Will seniors help? Of course, seniors will help. There is a doubt. But you have to prove yourself. As so many people said, if you can prove yourself, dirty your hands, and show your eagerness to learn, everybody will help you. How to make a positive impact? Well, you can make a positive impact by excelling. Unfortunately, I never excelled at anything in DMT. If anything, I just excelled at being there. But later on in life, what I realized about how to make a positive impact is you need to be a good human being. You have to make a difference to people, listen to them, listen to their problems, empathize with them. As leaders, praise people publicly and reprimand them in private. These are the things where you make a positive impact, especially with the juniors. It is very important to make a positive impact with your juniors, more than with your seniors. Positive impact with seniors may get you a promotion or a raise, but a positive impact with the juniors will give you a whole new, how to put it, feel good. Do the right thing with people, help them out, go the extra mile for others. And I have followed this philosophy in life. And today, when I go to my old institutions, it is the juniors and the staff who remember me more than my seniors. I think I find that more important than anything else. I would rather be remembered by my juniors than by my seniors. I think I just wanted to say this about how to make a positive impact. And if you go out of your way to help people, you will definitely make a positive impact. So I'll stop there, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be part of the Samvaad again. In fact, again and again. And I really appreciate Commodore Bhal for his continued association with DMT, despite being a non-DMTian. I remember, I think even up to 6 months after he retired, we used to talk, and he used to talk so passionately about DMT and how it is to be improved and his ideas. I was totally taken aback by his passion for DMT. So it is the person and the institution, it is the passion of Commodore Bhal that he gave to this institution, and it is this institution which took out so much of passion from Commodore Bhal. Bhal sir, thank you very much for all that you have done for my alma mater.
Thank you very much, sir. And I was about to move to Commodore Ashok Bhal, sir, for his closing remarks.
Thanks, Gaurav. One thing I can tell you, the reason behind what you said. See, I did my BTech from IIT Roorkee and MTech from IIT Kharagpur, and I am in their alumni association. Rather, I am the president of Kharagpur Alumni Association here in Lucknow. But I kept telling the faculty, and specifically Professor Arun Kishore there, that there has been a lot of bonhomie in Roorkee and the Kharagpur, but the bonhomie which I saw in DMET pass outs is really unmatched there, nowhere. And that is one of the reasons that because any DMET pass out takes pride, calling himself a DMET, as well as, I must admit, I have been speaking to a lot of faculty, they get very hurt when somebody does not match to that DMET legacy, right? This is very, very clear. You see Professor Arun Kumar Singh, and the way he would speak, if he doesn't like something, then that is, he would really come up very heavily on the first year cadets when he was the OIC there hostel. My advice to people would be, and this is from personal experience, those who pass out from 4th year and they go, and after they had gone, and I used to go to the hostels there, found a lot of books left behind there. Please carry your books and notes with you. They will come handy on your shipborne training. Don't leave it behind. Don't think you are going to start afresh, or somebody is going to help you out from there. Keep reading between the watches what you do there. It will help you. Ask during your time here in DMET, during your training there, as well as your senior, remain connected with your senior. Let me tell you, there is absolutely no love lost if you don't know anything. Nobody in the world knows everything. But it's a crime when you don't know and you don't ask. Then you will never learn. Don't stop learning. When you are on board ship, time management is a big factor. Right? Manage your time between your job, your relaxation, your entertainment, your readings, your hobby. It's a very, very important thing because the ship will sail for a few months together. And unless you do this time management and devote time on each and every activity, you will start feeling getting bored or start feeling lonely there. Right? And lastly, I would again reiterate on the point that give highest priority to your discipline. Remember, DMET, your training is a regimented course. It is IMU now, not JNU. Please learn to differentiate between that. If anybody misguides you or says that they favor moderate discipline or they believe in openness, I'm sure DMET is not the place for that. Right? You have to remain highly disciplined. It's a regimented course. And that is why, for certain reasons, DMET has not allowed other courses to happen there. Take pride being a cadet. Professor Arun Kumar Singh would tell you why first year hostel was far off and they had to run in front of the seniors hostel. Right? There's a lot of thinking which had gone behind that, which DMETians of rest areas will tell you about it. So take pride in being, it's a very good job, very high paying job. But when you are in the highest paying job, it requires certain amount of hard work, certain amount of discipline also. Nobody gives you money free of cost. That's this thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Now I'll move to Ishwara, sir, for his closing remarks.
Yeah, the closing remarks are that the cadet should note each of the words that the panel experts have said, and then put it to practice straight away. I think that sums up the today's session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So moving on to Rear Admiral Dr. Rangachari, sir. He has been always supportive of all the DMET initiatives that we have taken. DMET Samvaad is an effort to reunite all the alumni and bring them forward and facilitate the interactions with the current cadets. And the director has always been supportive of its initiatives. Thank you very much, sir, for all your support. May I please have you for the closing remarks?
Thank you, Samvaad. Thank you so much. First of all, a very good evening to Gaurav. I thought you would have joined earlier, but anyway, it's nice to meet him here. What I would like to say, first of all, is on this day, though many would be knowing that we have established this Center of Maritime Excellence. That is courtesy Dr. Ravi K. Mehrotra. So he is one of the alumnus, one of the alumni of DMET. It has been his passion, and he actually has gone out of the way. He has been talking to the fraternity of IMU and has been wanting to do so much for DMET. So because of that, now we are successful, in ensuring that this Center of Maritime Excellence is established here, and he has funded to the tune of 1.5 million USD as endowment fund for this purpose. And not only that, he is also separately, going to separately give about 0.72 million USD for a separate building within the campus, which is going to essentially take DMET even further forward and put it on a higher pedestal than where it is now. So it is a great boon and gift for all of us here. And it is the beginning of a new era, I would say, because many things are going to happen. It's going to be a beautiful connect between DMET in the academics as it is seen here and whatever is going to happen at sea. So it's going to be a beautiful bridge for all of us. And thanks to him, and not only that, DMECA is, again, I take this opportunity to thank Gaurav and the entire community there for doing so much for DMET. They have been actually, wanting to help in as many ways as possible. Almost we are having a conversation on in which are the ways, different ways that we can help. And they're going faster than we can, imagine in, the kind of help that we are getting from them. It's not only that, it is so gratifying to experience this in a campus where so many people are helping the cadets, the campus, so that they become, the future leaders of our country. And this passion is something, and the commitment, dedication is something fantastic. And that is the best thing that I experienced here. And it is unique. It's not there, as I mentioned, in any other part of the globe, perhaps. That's the most important thing. So I would therefore, whilst every point has been covered virtually by everybody, I would only say to the cadets that when you are here, let there be joyful learning. That is the first most important thing. Let there be passion for being a good marine engineer. And as Gaurav very nicely put it, I have always felt that, first of all, we should be good human beings. That's the most important thing. That says it all. And everything else will come to us from everywhere. And, it's like saying that let noble thoughts come to us from all sides. So it is that a good human being is what it takes. When you are here, I feel with all the regimen that we have and the so-called officer-like qualities and gentlemen and all those things, it's all packaged into you becoming a good human being. And it also includes intrinsically as a part of it, you being a good professional. So everything is packaged into it. And with the kind of support that you can get from the campus and from the alumni, I'm sure sky is the limit for all of you, for all the cadets, especially who are listening. So please ensure that you walk on the right path. Many have walked in the past. They've tread this path. You can learn a lot of things from them. And make sure that you align yourself and into that groove where people have already walked. So that is all that I have to say to the cadets. Make the most of the campus. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Be disciplined. And too much of instructions also sometimes, it becomes counterproductive. So I will not go any further and stop here. Enjoy your time here. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, before concluding session, I would like to request everyone to please switch on their camera so that we can have a quick photo session, and then maybe we can move on to the vote of thanks that Ankur will give. But Virendra Adhikari sir has to leave because he has some other commitments already scheduled. So guys, can we have the videos on from the cadets as well?
Sir, for the cadets to turn on their camera, I would have to make all of them a co-host.
All right, no need. Okay, just take this screenshot. That would be
Yes.
for now.
Yes, sir. We can proceed.
Thanks, Raghav. Thank you, Virendra Adhikari sir, for joining this session at such a short notice. We are really grateful to have you on this panel. And I request all the cadets who have joined today to not miss out on these DMET Samvaad sessions. We keep conducting these sessions on a regular basis, and we invite esteemed alumni who have been doing great in their respective domains. So these are very valuable sessions that are being organized. So don't miss out on these opportunities. And thank you for staying till the last. We always had attendance of more than 300. It's a very good attendance, which motivates the DMET Samvaad team, which takes all the efforts to organize these events. Thank you very much for joining. And Ankur, you may give the vote of thanks.
Sorry. So I would like to screen share for the presentations that we have prepared.
Yeah, please share the screen. And also the current cadets are organizing the Tempest, which also has an alumni night planned. So I'm sure you guys will support these cadets in these initiatives as well, and will make it a large success. Whoever from the alumni is watching this DMT Samvaad session, I request your esteemed presence onto this alumni night. The dates and the other details, I'm sure Raghav and his team will convey to everyone. So thank you very much. Ankur, the stage is all yours. The presentation is with you.
Yes. So as we conclude this remarkable session, navigating India's maritime future challenges and opportunities in the next decade, I, Cadet Ankur Anand, roll number 9597 from the class of 2022 to 2026, filled with immense gratitude and admiration for the presence of such accomplished and inspiring individuals who have graced us with their wisdoms and experiences today. The session would not have been possible without the collective efforts of so many people. Today, I have the distinct honor of expressing our heartfelt thanks to all those who have contributed to the success of this event. So first, I would like to express my gratitude to our esteemed guest, Sri Ishwararan Singh sir, former professor and officer in charge of DMT Kolkata, roll number 1610, DMT class of 1973. Commander Gaurav Agarwal sir, former secretary, DMT roll number 3049, DMT class of 1985. Shri Virendra Adhikari sir, founder and chief strategy officer at Rocket Fuel X Consulting Group, roll number 4934, DMT class of 2000. Commodore Ashok Pal sir, former campus director of DMT. I would also like to express my gratitude to the respected director of DMT, Dr. PJ Rangachari sir, and my beloved mentor, Mr. Ishwar Arun sir, roll number 5020, DMT class of 1997 to 2001. Sir, we are grateful for your esteemed presence. Your vision and leadership have been the driving force behind many such initiatives that foster a strong connection between an alma mater and its alumni, especially DMT Samvaad. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Sri Harsh Sinha sir and Sri Sachin Kumar Mehta sir, DMT class of 2016 to 2020, for their remarkable initiation of DMT Samvaad in helping us persist through thick and thin. Also, sincere thanks to the core committee that consists of Sachin Saurabh sir, roll number 8464, DMT class of 2017 to 2021. Now from DMT class of 2018 to 2022 batch, Abhishek Kesahi sir, roll number 8553, Akik Keshri sir, roll number 8640, Mohammad Farhan Abdul sir, roll number 8657. Now from the DMT class of 2019 to 2023 batch, Six Kumar sir, roll number 8923, Vamika sir, roll number 8997. And from the DMT class of 2020 to 2024 batch, Nishant Kumar sir, roll number 9154, Eekrat sir, roll number 9156, Radhikaant Kumari ma'am, roll number 9164, SN Fred Trinity sir, roll number 9191, Saideep Datta sir, roll number 9198, and Syed Umar Khalid sir, roll number 9247. From DMT batch of 2021 to 2025, we have Anna DM ma'am, roll number 9311, Akya Vaishya sir, roll number 9322, Yu Shahirwar sir, roll number 9430, Prerna Gulf ma'am, roll number 9441, Raghav Dak sir, roll number 9446, Rustam Raj sir, roll number 9466, Shratna Mukherjee ma'am, roll number 9531, Vengesh Mukherjee sir, roll number 9544. and my batchmate from DMT class of 2022 to 2026 batch, with Akshat Kumar, roll number 9574, with Aryan Patra, roll number 9611, with Dipanjan Chatterjee, roll number 9629, with Piyush Sharma, roll number 9711.